Talk to yourself like this every morning. Your entire 2026 will change. I want you to understand something immediately. The way you start your day determines the trajectory of your entire life. If you wake up and let your thoughts wander aimlessly, if you allow doubt, fear, and excuses to set the tone for your morning, then everything that follows will mirror that. But if you deliberately, intentionally, and powerfully speak to yourself the right way, you will create results that others call impossible. Every morning, you must understand that words are not just sounds. Words are commands. They are instructions to your mind, your body, and your future. When you say, I am capable, you are not just affirming something, you are telling your brain to operate at a higher level. When you say, I will achieve, you are programming your actions, your decisions, and your energy toward that outcome. Your words are seeds, and the life you live will be the harvest of those seeds. But there's a crucial detail most people miss. They focus on goals, not identity. Saying I want money or I want success is not enough. You must declare who you are becoming. Say to yourself, I am a disciplined person. I am a person who takes massive action. I am a person who overcomes challenges. When you do this, you are no longer chasing results. You are becoming the kind of person who naturally produces those results. This is the difference between wishing and commanding your life. Gratitude is a secret weapon. When you begin your morning by acknowledging even the smallest things you already have, a roof over your head, your health, your mind, or the opportunities around you, you activate momentum. Gratitude opens the door for more to come. It aligns your subconscious with abundance. And suddenly opportunities you never saw before become visible. The words you speak to yourself should always include gratitude. You must remind yourself daily, I am grateful for what I have. I am ready for what is coming. Your words must inspire action, not comfort. Too many people wake up and tell themselves, everything will be fine, or I hope it works out. That doesn't create results. You must say, I am going to work. I am going to execute. I will not allow excuses to control me. Your morning talk must fuel relentless action. Comfort is a trap. Action is the pathway to greatness. Every step, every decision, every small choice you make that aligns with your words compounds over time. Consistency is what separates the people who dream from the people who achieve. You can speak these words one day, and it may feel good, but it won't change your life. Speak them every morning without fail. Speak them even when you don't feel like it. Speak them even when everything around you feels uncertain. Every day you repeat this ritual, you are reinforcing your identity. Every day you are programming yourself to act differently, to think differently, and to attract different results. By the time 2026 is over, if you've done this consistently, your life will be unrecognizable compared to today. So start tomorrow. Look in the mirror and say, I am capable. I am disciplined. I am resilient. I am grateful. I am ready to take action. I am becoming unstoppable. Speak it with conviction. Speak it with authority. Speak it as if your life depends on it, because it does. Every word you speak is shaping your future. Every word is shaping the results you will get, and every word is laying the foundation for the life you are meant to live. Your morning self-talk is the most powerful tool you have. It costs nothing. It requires nothing but your attention and commitment. Use it wisely. Use it consistently, and I promise you, your 2026 will not be ordinary. Your 2026 will be a year of transformation, a year of growth, and a year where you become the person you were always meant to be. So talk to yourself like a champion, like a winner, and like the unstoppable force that you are every single morning, and watch your life change in ways you never imagined. The words you speak to yourself are not just empty sounds. They're instructions to your mind, your body, and your life. Every word you choose carries power. Every sentence you say internally or aloud sets the tone for your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately your actions. If you wake up and tell yourself, I can't do this, or this is too hard, you are literally programming your brain to see obstacles instead of opportunities. Your words create a mental blueprint, and your actions will follow that blueprint exactly. Think about it. Every person you admire, every successful entrepreneur, athlete, or leader, they all understood this principle. They realized that before you can achieve a goal, you must first convince yourself that it's possible. You must speak in ways that align with the person you want to become. Words are the bridge between your current reality and your future reality. They shape your beliefs, and beliefs shape your decisions, and decisions determine your destiny. When you speak words of confidence, determination, and possibility, your mind begins to search for solutions instead of excuses. It begins to see opportunities where others see barriers. It begins to attract the resources, people, and ideas that match the language you are using. On the other hand, when your words are filled with doubt, fear, and limitation, you sabotage yourself before you even take a single step. This is why self-talk is the most powerful tool you have. More powerful than any mentor, book, or course. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't require anyone else's permission. Every morning, every moment, you have the opportunity to choose the words that will either lift you toward your goals or hold you back in mediocrity. If you master your words, you master your reality. So don't underestimate this. Watch your language. Listen to what you say to yourself in the quiet moments. Replace I can't with I can and I will. Replace maybe someday with I am taking action today. Speak to yourself as the person you want to become, and the universe will respond. Your words are not just expressions. They are the blueprint for your life. And the moment you begin speaking intentionally with clarity and authority, you start to rewrite the story of your entire future. Too many people start their day speaking about what they can't do, what's too hard, what's too risky, or what might go wrong. And do you know what happens when you do that? Your brain, your body, and your life respond exactly to those words. When you speak limitations, you create limitations. You see, your words are the lens through which your mind views the world. If you tell yourself, I can't handle this, or this is impossible for me, your subconscious begins to filter reality through that lens. And all the possibilities that were right in front of you disappear. But when you start speaking in terms of possibilities, when you tell yourself, I can figure this out, I will learn what I need to know, I am capable of more than I've ever imagined, everything changes. Suddenly, your mind stops looking for reasons to quit and starts looking for solutions, for opportunities, for paths that lead to your success. Possibility-oriented language awakens creativity. It activates courage. It forces you to act instead of hesitate. Speaking in possibilities is not about wishful thinking or pretending life is easy. It's about aligning your words with action. It's about saying, I will find a way, and then moving in the direction that creates that way. Possibilities open doors. Limitations close them. Every breakthrough, every great achievement in history began with someone speaking possibilities into their mind. They refused to let their circumstances define them, and they refused to let fear dictate their words. You have to train yourself every morning to focus on what can be done, not what cannot. Replace I don't have enough with I will create enough. Replace this is too hard with I will rise to the challenge. Replace I might fail with I will learn, grow, and move forward. When you consistently speak in possibilities, your mind begins to search for solutions automatically. You become unstoppable because your words have created a reality where success is not just a hope, it's a certainty in progress. Speaking in possibilities is more than motivation. It's strategy. Your words shape your perception shapes your actions, and your actions shape your destiny. Stop limiting yourself before you even start, and start speaking the language of opportunity. Speak boldly. Speak with conviction. Speak in a way that your mind, body, and spirit align to create the life you are capable of living. Every word of possibility you speak is an investment in your future. And over time, those words will compound into results that will astonish you and everyone around you. Most people wake up every day and repeat their goals to themselves. I want more money. I want success. I want recognition. And while goals are important, repeating them alone is not enough. Why? Because goals are results. Results are temporary. Results can come and go. But identity, who you are, is permanent, and it determines whether you achieve those results consistently. If you only focus on goals without affirming your identity, you will find yourself chasing outcomes without the internal strength to sustain them. To change your life, you must start speaking to yourself about who you are becoming, not just what you want to get. Say to yourself, I am disciplined, I am committed, I am a person of action, I am someone who overcomes obstacles instead of avoiding them. When you affirm your identity daily, you are not just motivating yourself, you are rewiring your mind to operate as the person capable of achieving your goals. You are creating a new default mode of behavior where your actions naturally align with your desired outcomes. Goals without identity are fragile. They depend on motivation, luck, and external circumstances. But when you affirm your identity, you are no longer dependent on motivation. You become the type of person who gets things done, regardless of the situation. You no longer rely on external conditions because your inner self is aligned with achievement. Your identity becomes the engine that drives your success. This is why your morning self-talk is critical. Before you touch your phone, before you check your email, before you get distracted by the noise of the world, look in the mirror and declare who you are. Say it with authority, say it with belief, say it with conviction. I am a disciplined person. I am a person who attracts opportunities. I am resilient. I am a person who executes on what matters. When you do this consistently, your subconscious begins to act in alignment with those statements. You stop acting like someone who is hoping for success. You start acting like someone who already embodies it. Affirming your identity is not just psychological, it is strategic. It changes how you make decisions, how you handle challenges, and how you allocate your time and energy. When you affirm your identity daily, you don't just get closer to your goals, you transform into the kind of person who naturally achieves them. And that is the real power behind self-talk. It doesn't just influence what you do today, it shapes the person you will become tomorrow. Speak your identity every morning and your life will begin to follow. Gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion. It is a powerful force that sets your entire day, your mindset, and your results into motion. Most people underestimate the power of gratitude because they confuse it with comfort. They think, if I'm grateful, I'll just feel okay with my current situation. That's wrong. Gratitude doesn't make you complacent. It makes you unstoppable. When you start your morning by acknowledging what is already working in your life, no matter how small, you create momentum that propels you forward. Think about it. Your mind is like a magnet. It is constantly seeking what you focus on. If you wake up complaining, focusing on scarcity, or dwelling on what you don't have, your mind will attract more of the same: stress, problems, and obstacles. But when you focus on what you already have, when you speak words of appreciation to yourself, your mind starts to attract opportunities, solutions, and resources that align with abundance. Gratitude flips the switch from lack to possibility, from fear to confidence, from hesitation to action. Gratitude also fuels resilience. Challenges will come. There is no way around that. But when you begin your day acknowledging even the smallest wins, your brain starts to see challenges as temporary hurdles rather than permanent barriers. You begin to operate from a place of strength rather than frustration, and momentum begins to build naturally. Every action you take compounds on this momentum, creating a ripple effect that carries you closer to your goals faster than you ever imagined. The words you speak in gratitude are seeds for more results. Saying, I am grateful for my health, my mind, my family, my opportunities, is not just a ritual, it is programming your subconscious to recognize and act on what matters most. Your energy changes, your decisions change, your focus sharpens. And when your focus sharpens, action becomes unstoppable. Gratitude fuels momentum because it aligns your inner world with the outer world. It connects your past, present, and future victories into one continuous chain of growth. Begin each morning by speaking words of gratitude, and you will find that challenges shrink, possibilities expand, and every step you take carries more power. Momentum, once started, is difficult to stop. And when you consistently start your day with gratitude, that momentum doesn't just carry you through the morning. It carries you through the entire year. One of the biggest traps that holds people back is comfort. Too many people wake up, sip their coffee, scroll their phone, and repeat the same patterns of ease, distraction, and delay. Comfort feels good in the moment, but it is the enemy of progress. If you want to create an extraordinary life, you must learn to prioritize action over comfort every single day. Your morning words should remind you that results come from doing, not from wishing, hoping, or staying cozy. When you reinforce action over comfort, you are training your mind and your body to respond to challenges with discipline instead of excuses. You begin to see every obstacle as an opportunity to act, every distraction as a test of your focus, and every uncomfortable moment as a stepping stone to growth. Action is what transforms thoughts into reality. Comfort only keeps you stagnant, keeps your potential locked inside you, and delays the life you were meant to live. Think about it. Comfort is seductive because it is immediate. Action is uncomfortable because it requires energy, courage, and persistence. But action compounds. One day of action builds momentum. 1 week of action builds habits. 1 year of action builds the life others only dream about. If you speak to yourself every morning, remind yourself that discomfort is temporary, but regret is forever. Your brain begins to align with results, not ease. Your self-talk should fuel courage and execution. Say to yourself, I will do what needs to be done, even if it is uncomfortable. I will take action before I feel ready. I will focus on results, not feelings. Every time you choose action over comfort, your confidence grows. Your habits strengthen. Your momentum accelerates. The more you reinforce action, the less tempting comfort becomes, and the more naturally you begin to live at a higher level every day. Life rewards those who do more than the minimum, those who embrace the discomfort required to achieve extraordinary results. Comfort will never create the life you deserve, but action will. Begin each morning by speaking words that demand execution, discipline, and relentless focus. Train yourself to act even when it is uncomfortable, and your results will speak louder than anything else. Action compounds. Comfort costs you your future. Choose wisely, speak intentionally, and make every morning a declaration of unstoppable action. Consistency is the secret weapon that separates people who dream from people who achieve. Talent, luck, and motivation can give you short bursts of success, but without consistency, those bursts fizzle out. The small, repeated actions you take every single day are what truly create extraordinary results over time. Every word you speak, every decision you make, every disciplined action compounds, building momentum that eventually becomes unstoppable. Too many people underestimate this principle because they want instant results. They try something for a day, a week, or a month, and when they don't see immediate change, they quit. But life doesn't work in one-off moments. It works in patterns. Every morning you speak to yourself, every time you align your actions with your goals, every day you do what successful people do, you are depositing into a compounding system that grows silently until it becomes powerful and undeniable. Consistency compounds because it creates habits. Habits shape your identity, and your identity determines the results you get. When you wake up every morning and deliberately, intentionally repeat the same empowering words, take the same disciplined actions, and prioritize the same high-value activities, you are strengthening the person you are becoming. Day after day, week after week, month after month, these small, consistent choices build an unstoppable force of momentum that turns dreams into reality. It doesn't matter how slow you start, as long as you keep going. One small step repeated consistently is more powerful than a giant leap taken sporadically. Your words, your focus, your actions, they all compound like interest in a bank account. The key is to never miss a deposit. Speak your affirmations daily. Take action daily. Refuse to let excuses, distractions, or temporary discomfort derail your routine. Consistency doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. When you embrace consistency, you remove chance from the equation. You stop relying on motivation, inspiration, or luck. You become unstoppable because your system works, whether you feel like it or not. By the time 2026 is over, if you have committed to this principle, the life you create will be radically different from the life you have today. Small, disciplined, consistent steps compound into extraordinary results, and your future self will thank you for every morning you refused to skip, every word you spoke intentionally, and every action you took relentlessly. Consistency compounds and mastery is built one morning at a time.